10 minutes of the game at the weekend. For him to be fit for this one, he scored the only goal, a penalty to beat Liverpool 1-0. Obviously, Real Madrid is trashed their opponent 5. Mbappe scored hat-trick, so Mbappe is scoring goals this season, back-to-back goals. I'm loving it for Mbappe because I think when he came to Real Madrid, people were doubting him, but he was the highest goal scorer last season in the La Liga. Now he's scoring goals back-to-back in this season. But Chelsea, for an own goal, Benfica considered an own goal for Chelsea to win that game, 1-0. For the third game in a row, Chelsea finished the game with a red card, so they need to start fixing that discipline. We talked about it yesterday, that discipline thing about it. They need to start fixing it. Atletico Madrid is on fire after scoring 5 against Real Madrid. They scored 5 against Frankfurt. So we're going to talk about that on the show. But today we have a big one. The biggest game for today is Barcelona and PSG is going to play today. So we're going to talk about all that on the show. Good morning, guys. Welcome to Vote Sports on Vote 104.3 FM. My name is Godwin. Today, the Champions League. Good morning, Bowie.
Yeah, good morning, guys. Good morning, Nigeria. Happy independence to you. And like we said yesterday, quite a lot of things we said yesterday played out. And I think we're going to be talking about them shortly.
Good morning, John.
Yes, a fantastic morning to you, Godwin, and all the Babele people out there. You have managed a win over Jose Mourinho. It's fine.
Good morning, Noso.
EPL all the way. I don't know why they worry you. EPL all the way. But again, Liverpool fall our hand.
Yes.
And again, God will come to correct you. It's 2 goals and 1 penalty.
Thank you.
2 goals and 1 penalty.
What is your problem with penalty? Penalty no.
We know they count them.
No, they count
in
now.
the records, they count it. So
We know they count them for here.
No, they count now. You know they count now. You sabi that one. Okay, it was a fantastic game yesterday. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Bold FM Sports. You can go there. Drop your comments. We'll be reading your comments live here in the studio. Okay, let's start with the Champions League. I'll give you the results of yesterday's game and I will talk about some of them. But first, happy independence to Nigeria. We are 65 years old today. Hopefully things will start getting better and better and better, and we'll start hearing less bad news and proper good news in this country. But in footballing, what happy Independence Day to Nigeria, to all our Super Eagles players and all the Flying Eagles are playing a tournament now.
Yes.
So happy,
Yes.
So happy independence to all our strong men and our strong women of this nation. Okay, the Champions League happened yesterday. I'll give you the results of yesterday's game. Then we'll talk about some of them. First, the early kickoff, kairat 0, Real Madrid 5. Atalanta beat Brugge 2-1.
A very wonderful comeback.
Fantastic result for them. In 8 p.m. Results, Marseille beat Ajax 4-0. Inter Milan beat Slavia Prague 3-0. Chelsea beat Benfica 1-0. Galatasaray 1, Liverpool 0. Back-to-back loss for Arne Slot. Pafos 1, Bayern Munich 5. That one is our obvious result for everybody there. Then Bodoe and Glimt 2, Spurs 2. Spurs scored the final minute in that game to win that game, to draw that game 2-2. Okay, Atletico Madrid are on fire. They beat Frankfurt 5-1. Okay, let's start with the early kickoff. Everybody know that Real Madrid is going to win.
We're not sure of the scoreline.
I called the scoreline here.
Say 7.
I
8.
called
7, 8.
I called the scoreline on the show yesterday.
you got 5.
No, it was 7.
Come on,
9.
What did I say?
You
I
said
said we
nine.
are going to spell kairat.
Don't worry, we'll
Was
go and
that
find
what I
it.
said?
Kairat is 6.
We'll find
Kairat.
it.
Yeah, I
Find
want to
it.
spell
Kairat
kairat.
is
I
6 letters.
called it early.
We'll find
I
it.
did.
Wait, Skyline is 6
It's
letters.
less
You know me.
letters.
They
I said
spell them.
they don't spell them.
Did they not spell it?
We'll find
Yes,
that. We'll find it. We'll
Wait,
find it.
I was hearing 6, 7,
We'll get
8
it called,
yesterday in the
exactly.
studio.
Okay,
And I said it's going to be marginal because
We
Madrid
have
will
video
fear attack.
evidence. Check
No
the
worry.
record.
There's no way
I
5
was not
minutes
there.
marginal now. 5 minutes is a white wash. It's a destruction.
No,
Yes,
I
now.
was
Annihilation.
saying it was going to be marginal. Based on 2-0, 3-0.
Yes.
At least that's marginal for them. They can come up with a big surprise and surprise Real Madrid. But I didn't expect it to be 5.
Why wouldn't it be 5? It's kairat.
No,
It's
I didn't expect it to be
Kairat,
5.
please.
Is it 5 kairat?
I think Bowe was saying it was going to be 5-1.
I said they
I
might
said
score one.
Madrid might score.
Because Madrid's
Madrid might
defense.
score.
Yes.
That they might score Madrid, and because of Madrid defense, so 5-1. So it's the only one that called the 5 goals margin or the 4 goals margin between them.
When you see Camavinga scoring, you know that it's a whitewash.
Thank you.
But now, I love Madrid. I love how they played yesterday. I love the changes in the defense. For me, because bringing Asensio to the right side is faster than Carvajal any day, anytime. Alaba yesterday showed like he has not played in a long while, like a new signing. Played very well yesterday.
His position is up for
it
grabs now.
It was fine. It was very, very good. But normally without injuries, he won't play.
But you have to understand that this team are a small team.
Yeah, it's good
so
to give him game time, which I like. He played the full 90 minutes, and I love what they played yesterday. You know, but the Madrid setup too, I like what he's trying to do, bringing in the new boys into the side, making everybody feel happy. Bellingham coming in the second half too to make sure he's getting his fitness back together. Now, for me, I think I want to say kudos to Mbappe, young boy, 60 goals in Champions League. I think he's now about 40, that position, fifth. He's climbing up to say I can overrule the other guys. Now, but my only problem is with this kind of thing. If you are starting Alaba, I don't know what they call it, in this kind of games, then you start Rodrigo.
Thank you.
But Rodrigo has lost his place in the first level. We all know that. You get my point? Because
Yes,
there's no
in
way
La
Madrid
Liga.
knew that they will never win in La Liga. They will not win against kairat. So if you could bring in Asensio to right back, bring in Alaba to start, play Ceballos 90 something minutes, then I think Rodrigo should have
Rodrigo
started.
should have
Yes.
started,
Because
yes.
so that it also shows that now there's obviously something where we don't know that is going on with Rodrigo and the club side and the coach. Because to me, if you are starting a setting at Dagula, who's just 19, 18 years
Yes.
old, I think he loves him.
19.
And he's not the new 10 in Madrid. So he starts every single
Yeah,
game.
he said it. He's even said it before the season started that he's going to be starting under
Every game,
yeah,
I
from the wings or from the middle.
Everywhere you see the boy is playing.
It's like you need to come out.
Exactly. So yes, because they don't have any other 10 except Ceballos, but they don't drop him down to play with Tchouaméni.
Of course, yeah.
So
So
the Ceballos is more defensive.
I love Madrid yesterday. It was a good one. They're bringing in the other guys in second half just to wrap it up. They're taking off Mbappe after scoring a hat trick. If I was the coach, I would leave it to score 5 goals because he can play. He's young. He can play 2 games in 4 days. But kudos to Madrid. Beautiful job. But I like the challenge the kairat team gave to them. It was not just an easy ride,
Yes.
but it was a beautiful game for Madrid.
It was a beautiful game for Madrid. Obviously, everybody was expecting Madrid to win. Mbappe scored a hat-trick, 2 goals and 1 penalty. Camavinga scored, and Diaz scored the final goal for them. If you look at the statistics in that game, obviously, kairat had 11 shots and 4 on target, 32% possession, 294 passes, and 76 of them were accurate. For Real Madrid, they had 20 shots in total. Then 12 of them were on target. They scored from 5 of those shots on target, 68% possession, 617 passes, and 88% of them were accurate. So it was just a straight up win for Real Madrid. They beat the kairat away from home. I think the kairat guys from Kazakhstan. So I think this is the first time they are even playing in Champions League. I don't know, but I've not heard about this since I started watching the Champions League. But it's a good outing for them. They were happy, even though they lost. They were happy. Every fans were happy. Everybody was happy.
Did you see the dressing room after the game?
Everybody was happy.
They were excited now.
The dressing room after the game was just a celebration mode. Like,
Big boys in town.
thank God say no reach 10.
You guys usually see on PES and you seen them in real life.
Okay, let's talk about the other game that happened earlier. Atlanta beat Club Brugge 2-1. Lukman started this game. You know, we are talking about Lukman and all that. But he started this game and he played well, but he didn't get on the score sheet. They came from behind to win this game 2-1.
Yeah, I think it's to be expected, especially since he's been out of the club for a long time. He still has to find his bearing within the team and the way they play. But then kudos to Atalanta for coming back into the game. Like I always say, you have to start the game at the blow of the whistle, and clearly they didn't do that because they conceded a goal in the beginning of that game and they had to fight their way back into the match. Now, going forward, we don't want to hear any further story. Lukman should be starting. His place and his position in that team should be unquestionable, basically.
Okay, Lonzo, how did you see that game coming
If you
from
start the blow of the whistle, Man United against Arsenal started at the blow of the whistle. They concede 1 goal, that blow of the whistle. Till the end of that game, what's happening? So you start at the end of the blow of the whistle, you start at the blow of the second half whistle. Just start your game right. Have a proper game plan till the end. The game is not 5 minutes, then it ends. You don't play the first 30 minutes beautiful football because look at Atlanta. They came into that game with all the energy they can. First 30 minutes they were on top of their game. After that, what happened? They dropped off. 38 minutes they considered a goal. They came back in the second half and started pushing the game to get the equalizer. And good one for them. They got it in the last minute of the game. I think 87th minute. And it was a good game. Like the total press, everything. I feel like this manager now that is taking Atlanta, he should be careful with selections he's making because I feel like the second half substitutions was kind of, if we don't make them, we go make a Shamuko just error. It was like a trial and error case because I feel like that substitution we make in the second half almost lost in the game.
That game was there for Club Brugge to win. They just didn't step up to the plate.
Okay,
They could have gone anyways last night.
Atlanta would have won that game, but I just feel like the
They
coach
were not looking at winning. They were not looking at winning.
That was,
actually,
the
but
coach
like you
substitution
said,
was
the subs were an issue for them. They would have lost it, but good that they won because they needed to win this. No matter what they said. And it was a good return for Ademola, even if he didn't score. I think back in the starting 11 now, back in the team. Let's see how he's going to go from here to see if they will better this for him later.
back in his traveling squad as well.
Okay, let's talk about the big one. Galatasaray played at home against Liverpool. This is the back-to-back loss for Arne Slot and Liverpool. They lost that game 1-0. Osimhen got a penalty. Not him got a penalty. They considered a penalty. It's almost like play from the right back and considered a penalty. And Osimhen scored the only goal in that game. He played well. He played, I think, 70 minutes or 75 minutes in that game. He started and scored a goal. Fantastic win for Galatasaray. Liverpool is not a pushover. For them to get a three, they were trashed in their last game, so they needed a confident boost, and they got it against Liverpool. They won that game 1-0.
Yes, looking at that game, I think Galatasaray are just giving everybody a prototype on how to play Liverpool because they didn't give them a single bit of rest. From every corner, the tackles were flying in, the pace of the game. They didn't relent. They felt like they were toe-to-toe with Liverpool, and I like that. But I don't know what happened that we had Salah on the bench and some other players. But you see, that's how you know some coaches who are stubborn. You know, for me, like we always said now, Szoboszlai is not a right back.
Yes.
Frimpong started the match.
And
Maybe
from the
right
almost,
back, yeah, maybe
right
it
winger
did not,
or-
it
I
did
don't
not
know what
give
he
you
played,
the
yes.
best performance yesterday, but it's coming from injury. If he's not playing, Bradley should play. Bradley has done better in the right back position than Szoboszlai. But now,
He played Frimpong higher on the pitch.
Yeah, exactly.
From the right,
I feel like he prefers Szoboszlai.
Why
And
would
left
you
back.
prefer
But you said
Szoboszlai
right
in
back,
that
but you said yes, but you said
position?
yes.
Because again, since the beginning of this season, Szoboszlai has been the person play right back.
because Frimpong
because
was
of
injured.
injury.
Because of
He needs to
injury,
use
not
that
because
one.
he's-
because it's
Not because he's proficient in that position.
Now you have Frimpong.
Understand?
It's
If-
bad.
if
Bradley's
you-
fit.
Bradley's feet. So why?
Is-
And
Yeah.
your first signing you signed is Frimpong to play right back because Trent left.
Yes.
So why are you not starting him? Now you saw what I'm saying yesterday. Szoboszlai got the penalty. Why the players already cut in? You throw away hand. What you tell the guy slap? Tell the guy slap. That's why they got the penalty. You know, but I think from everywhere yesterday it was a beautiful game. The fans were amazing, and also we saw Osimhen.
They were wasting. Once the Liverpool had the ball,
Scored
they
a
start wasting.
beautiful penalty, but you see now it cost Liverpool a lot of things yesterday because now the goalkeeper was injured, it was out again, and Salah came in the second half, could not really do it. I don't know why he's resting, maybe because of Chelsea game in the weekend. So, but you see now Liverpool losing that game, losing two of their very, very solid, players. But I think now we can see that there's a little crisis at the back
Yes.
for Liverpool.
Yes.
Whether I like it or not, Van Dijk is getting old. He's 30. I think he's 33. Also, he's getting old. The Konate is also be the young gun, putting things together. He's beginning to get shaky and shaky and shaky. He has been making a lot of mistakes in this new season. So we don't know what's going on. Maybe that's why they really wanted Goy to come in and maybe bench Konate so that Konate can even go to Madrid. We don't know what's going on. But Konate made that error yesterday and got Alisson injured and almost considered the second goal. So Liverpool now back-to-back losses. We will see how far they can go from because they're playing Chelsea next, in the weekend.
Okay, John, if you look at that game, Isak at 150 million pounds started on the bench, and it didn't affect the game. Isak was introduced, he didn't do anything in the game. Two strikers with big money, nothing to show for Liverpool. I think that when Isak was introduced, both of them played a little before they put out a Ekitike in that game. I think bringing in two strikers that you are not sure who is starting out, I think it's probably stabilizing.
It's not about being sure who is going to start. Having two strikers, two world-class strikers, is a plus any day, anytime for any team out there. The bottom line is you have to have it. Is like I would say, Isak being out of the picture at Liverpool were satisfied with Ekitike till that part came up at Newcastle, which means that the player had wanted to leave and Newcastle had rejected that bid without consulting him because he had already had that conversation ab initio. So now you put Liverpool on the spot. You didn't need Ekitike in the first place. You wanted Isak, but because he was not available, you went for Ekitike. Now Ekitike has come in, had preseason, had everything, hit the ground running and is scoring goals. And now you have to begrudgingly go and collect Isak and join the combination. Fantastic. I like both of them there. But there should be a clear standing ground on who starts and who comes off the bench. Simple. If you want to start both, then you have to tweak that formation to a 4-4-2 or move Ekitike to the wings. Simple. That's the thing. But you can, like for me now, I would not start Isak in the Champions League. I'll have him come off the bench until he starts picking form and start delivering for me.
And that's what they did yesterday.
Simple.
Okay, for Vex, what do you make of him? That guy, he has not found his foot at Liverpool, even though he played a 90 minutes game, but you could see that he's struggling.
Thank God I didn't pay that fee to get him
especially against a physical side. You could see how they bullied him off the ball yesterday. What do you make of him? And it's not time to give him 90 minutes to see if he can probably get into the flow. But
as he should.
They connect at all.
I told you his competition in that side is Zoboslai. Now Dominic can play right back. He can compete with himself for that place. That's the only thing I'll tell him now. Again, I can pity your performance in the Premier League. The new league. You've been playing Champions League for how long now? You should be at least, you should know the ground. But I feel like because of everybody, I won't come and fault his only performance in this game because the whole Liverpool setup were losing balls.
Yesterday.
The whole Liverpool setup. Van Dijk, if you give Van Dijk, but he go
yesterday.
Everybody, they were too. I think the Galatasaray side were too physical.
Those guys, they run and they're not.
And that's the same thing Newcastle did.
Yes.
Very physical again. The same thing Crystal Palace did. Very physical. The same thing. I think the person that gave them this roadmap was PSG last season.
Once you
are just physical, fast,
yes,
you're on. On to the next one. I think that's one thing Liverpool needs to work on. Again, their physicality on the ball, because I feel like they are soft. They are too soft on the ball. They are used to this. Let's play soft football. Let's just. And again, it's not good enough for them.
Okay. Finally, Bo, in this game, Osimhen played. How do you make of his game? I didn't know that they had less of the ball, but you could see that he's a fighter.
Osimhen is a warrior. Osimhen doesn't mind only versus 3 defenders. He will bully everybody. He bullied Van Dijk, bullied Konate, bullied everybody. Had some other chances that could not score. But they also had some places where they did not give him the final pass. No, Osimhen any day, anytime. He's one of the best strikers in the world. My only anger was the season when they were going to sign him. No big guy were coming for him. That's why I would say maybe his village people were attacking him. You can't understand because Osimhen truthfully should be playing in other Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City, Chelsea, any of the big team. And now if he plays again and repeats 25 goals, 30 goals, which is looking like good to do this season, Osimhen should be going to a bigger club.
Okay.
So I think
I was looking out for an Osimhen hat-trick in this encounter because I feel like that's the perfect stage against the right team for you to rub it in their faces that you guys could have had.
I mean, he was man of the match and he scored the goal, winning goal, so he's fine.
Okay, he scored the only
against Liverpool.
Why not?
You get mine though.
Why not?
He scored
At least a brace.
He scored the only goal in this game. It was a penalty. It's almost like considered a penalty. And Osimhen scored that penalty. The only goal in that game, they fought hard, they defended hard, and they won that game against Liverpool 1-0. So let's see what an slot will continue. What will do in upcoming games. He has the next game against Chelsea, so it's a big game for him in next game. But if you look at the statistics in this game, Galatasaray had 9 shots in total. 4 of them were on target. 33% possession. 67 of them were accurate. For Liverpool, they had 16 shots in total. 4 was on target. 67% possession. 525 passes, and 87 of them were accurate. So fantastic game for Galatasaray to win against Liverpool, 1-0. Okay, let's talk about the next one. Chelsea. Chelsea played at the Stamford Bridge. They welcome Jose Mourinho back at the Stamford Bridge. You could see how the fans were cheering him because he is one of their own. Obviously, Jose was one of them. Yeah, it was unfortunate to consider an own goal because that game was basically even. They considered an own goal for Chelsea to win 1-0. But Maresca, I think, had back-to-back losses in the previous game, so he needed a win, and he got it against Jose Mourinho's Benfica.
Yeah, he needed a win, but I want to talk about the vessel through which that win came from. The much persecuted and with limited game time at Chelsea right now, Garnacho. Because Garnacho have been campaigning since they signed him that he should be getting game time, he should be starting, he should be brought on. But we've seen over the last 3 games because of this their red card fiasco now that whenever they concede, bro, you can jog all you want to, go back and go and sit on that bench.
Yes, because of the past 2 games, because of red card, he wasn't introduced in that game. So probably that's why Maresca look and become pity and make him just start today. Now before they can collect another red card, my guy no go play.
And they did again. I think also said it yesterday, spot on, that Chelsea should work on their disciplinary action. I think said yesterday, and they got it on that. I think this is 3rd red card now.
In a row.
So something is wrong with their
discipline. Again, I think that this one I will pity because it's 2 red cards and there was no contact. 2 yellow cards and there was no contact. I'll be honest with you. It's a reckless challenge, but to be honest, there was no contact.
People shouldn't be that high.
The referees check intent, even if it doesn't.
That's what I'm saying. The intent, but again, there was no contact. There was no contact. But that guy is a bit dive. Again, another good player, the guy that considered the own goal. I'm going to say this was one of the best poor performance for him. I scouted that guy myself from Palmeiras last season. I was always chanting for him to come to
Rios.
England. Richard Rios. I chanted for him to come to England last season because I saw his performance over the World Club Cup and I saw his performance before then. And I feel like, okay, this guy's supposed to be England they play because he's physical, he's fast, he's a good defensive midfielder, and he can also carry the ball along. I was feeling like, okay, fine, maybe Man United is looking for Baleba 70 million or 150 million, should sign him, or maybe he should come to West Ham.
Man United offer Alan for 4 million how many years ago that didn't sign him? They won't be looking at the likes of
You're talking
Bills.
about Haaland.
They have already made now. It's a normal thing for me.
Yeah, Haaland, Maguire they signed for 80 million and 4 million when he was at Hull
they
City.
offered
But
him.
now the 80 million they signed him. So I feel like that guy, that was one of the errors. I'll have to forgive him for that. But again, this was a game that should have ended in a draw.
Yeah,
But good one.
It would have been a
But good
have
one for
been-
Chelsea for getting the win. EPL all the way again.
Okay, but what do you make of that is just starting? Because you know that they had 2 strikers, they had to let go of Jackson, Pedro came in, and the lab that was got injured. But George started this game, and Bonanote played behind him. This Chelsea team is not looking like it's a team that is spending $2 billion on. It's looking like an
I
average
told you yesterday, that's the problem when you have signing a lot of players. The coach gets confused, players get angry. Because if you told me yesterday on X that Badashile will start with Chanchalobah, I won't believe it. And there are players who you think may never play for Chelsea again. You know, so seeing that thing happen yesterday, I think I would trust making him start in a Champions League match against your former coach, against Benfica, is a very big boost for the guy's career. And I've seen that, but I know he's not a bad player, but these are not the games you start these young boys for. Because you have those other bigger boys on the pitch. I think all the coaches too are looking at it, okay, weekend is coming. That's why Salah could be on the bench for Liverpool. Weekend is coming, we're going to be playing because they know the Premier League is looking like we are already losing points already. 6 points already going. So we need to meet up. But he's starting yesterday. No problem with me. But Chelsea needs to look what they are doing. Now, like you said last day, for the Chelsea side, they don't look like they signed that kind of players at all.
At all.
Like, a draw would have been a perfect result for this guy able to go happy.
But if you look at it, you cannot even talk about the next game. When you look at people they have on the bench, they don't even get players for bench. So you cannot say they are resting players.
So where is the
They have players on the
There are new
bench.
strikers on the bench now.
Pedro was on the bench yesterday. Reece James was on the bench yesterday.
That's
the bench. What are you saying?
Those are the big boys to play against Liverpool. So they don't match Champions League. I just wonder for the coaches. So that I look at the coaches, I don't know what's going on with coaches.
Thank you.
What are you
Again, I feel like normally players need rest. And we've seen Tariq George play as a striker. I've seen him play from the flanks. He's not that bad. Academy graduate, not that bad.
Because of one goal he managed to
Not
score when
the
he was
goals.
thrown
I will tell you, it's not about the goals. It's about the performance you put in, the runs you make, the tackles you make. The hold-up play.
For striker, it's about the goals.
It's not about the
Thank
goals.
you.
Bros,
See,
you see even this boy now.
If your team, you're correct.
If you not score 20 goals minimum, it's a failure. This is
Yes, no.
But I feel like let him have the best hold-up play in the world.
If you like
Striker
everybody
is striker to
drifting
score
the
goals.
league or
Simple.
whatever,
If
it's
your
a
team is
goal
not creating
team,
for you.
simple.
If your team is not creating,
How is
for
that
you,
my
you're not
problem?
getting
Not
the
because
chance.
sign them. Tariq Joyce said he score 1 goal. He said striker should score goals.
I'm
Joao
just saying,
Pedro
let me
came in
strike
and
and
started scoring for Chelsea.
Simple. And that's how he nailed that
It
starting
should be on the
position at
I don't know why you're
Chelsea.
saving
I'm just
players
saying-
on
I'm
a
just
Tuesday. You're playing on Saturday. You're saving players on a Tuesday, and you're playing at home. What are you saving players for? If it's Liverpool that travel away, I can okay because they 1 day of trip rest. They'll play on Saturday again. Okay, I understand. But you are playing at home against Mourinho, against Benfica. Play your best 11 because that's what they say they go end up 14 because they play playoff for Champions League.
Okay, it was a fantastic goal. Jose Mourinho came back and he couldn't get a point. He almost got a point.
Almost.
He just scored an own goal. It was an even game. If you look at the statistics in this game, it was basically an even game. For Chelsea, they had 8 shots in total. 3 were on target. With very poor game for both teams. 57% possession, 514 passes. For Jose Mourinho's team, 9 shots, more shots than Chelsea, but 3 of them were on target. 43% possession, 402 passes. 82 of them were accurate. So it was basically an even game. So a point would have been fair for both teams. But Chelsea somehow got 3 points and probably a let off for Maresca a little bit because he's going to play a big game against Liverpool. He needs to get a result. If not, Chelsea fans will just chop out. But in this particular game, they won this game against Jose Mourinho's Benfica 1-0. Okay, quickly with other guys, pafos versus Bayern. That one, again, that one, na training ground. They just go. They play with
They
this.
still concede goal now.
Yeah, they consider go there.
That goal was. That goal was hot. Was like maybe one of the goals of the night. fantastic shot. Even your Organos go catch.
Goal of the week.
But I think, like we said, now, Bayern Munich and Real Madrid just went for training to get free 3 points and make their strikers score a lot of goals to add to their numbers.
And if I say UEFA just even do their way, okay.
I don't understand.
Okay, you guys it's going to be a blowout. Just travel to this people's ground and play. You don't need to play at.
It's just if they play, they qualify through playoffs, so
Yeah.
they deserve to be here. So if they are here,
I'm just
they
saying,
deserve to be
UEFA gave them a favor of allowing them play at home
here. If they
against the bigger
okay,
teams.
maybe. Okay, the Bayern Munich won that game 5 goals. One Hurricane scored 2 in that game. So fantastic. Even Jackson scored and had an assist in that
Jackson
game.
scored
So
an
yeah,
My man.
yeah. So
But last week, you see Chelsea Jackson missed last weekend.
It will happen. That's who scored 3 and missed 10. It's a normal thing for him.
okay, Atletico Madrid scored 5 against Frankfurt. Atletico Madrid is on fire. They scored 5 in this game. I think Simeone is picking up from gradually.
Gradually they are building, and I like what they are building. You have to give special shout out to Griezmann again. He's giving us that kind of flicker of what we used to know from him personally in that game. And then generally the team played well. Like I said, it's going to be a blowout in that encounter. And Frankfurt were also lucky to also get in and score 1 goal again in that encounter. But it was unquestionable. Atletico winning
No,
the game.
Frankfurt blew out Galatasaray for last game.
Yes.
Now
They're
they-
top of the league. Yes, before
they
the
blew out.
Mates, get mates.
Okay, it was a fantastic game for them. Okay, bodoe and Glimt versus Tottenham 2-2.
Butler's FC.
They almost bottled it, but they scored the
You
last
said
year.
it
They
yesterday.
almost bottled it.
You know, and it's also a problem with what, like I was saying now. Check the man. He put a lot of his big boys on the bench. He just had a strong defense. Like I said yesterday, Udogi started, and your guy Spence was on the
That's
bench.
so they
And
didn't even
Poro
start.
and Poro started on
That
left back.
pairing is equal.
You
I won't
get the
place
point.
anyone ahead of anyone because I always prefer Udogi over Spence.
No, left back. I'm talking about
No,
Spence is the right back player. No, Udogi was injured. So Udogi is the number 1 to start them.
Mhm.
So he tweaked with his side, maybe because he felt these are small boys. And, you know, let's see what he can do. And he was shocked 2-0 down. You know, and lastly they got that final. But I think, like you said, even if the goal was an own goal, the last goal that they
Yes,
could get.
mhm.
If they would have lost that game yesterday, but I just like the first goal they had. It was a very beautiful hot header. You know, from one of the best. I love that boy, Van der Ven. Very
Yes.
solid
Yes.
defender. I might not stay long in Tottenham, but you need to go to
Yes,
the
he
bigger
needs
side.
to go.
He's fast, he's strong, he can score goals. He has a very good left foot. You know, so but like we said, Butler's FC, but they managed to scrape through. Kudos to Bodo Glimt. They look like a team that will be in championship for many more years in winning their league.
Okay, now so Inter being Sparta Prague 3 goals to 0. You have a question with Kivu, but he's probably I won't say that Sparta Prague is a big team, but he won this game 3 goals. Lautaro Martinez scored 2 goals, and Dumfries scored the other goal. Fantastic game for Inter Milan.
Kivu, you don't try. Kivu, you don't try because if you look at this game, they won 3 goals to 0. It's because of the side they are playing against. This is supposed to be like 7-6, but it was again too defensive. You're playing against this type of team, you should be offensive, you should be playing, you should have most of the ball. But I don't know why they are coming into your own half most of the times. When you score, I think after 2 goals up, they allowed these people into the game and they allowed, even if one thing they could have equalized. But again, Kivu, where do you do this one?
Okay, John Marseille versus Ajax. Ajax just came here to
Obama,
Maka.
One word for you.
I said it yesterday now. I called the 2 names, my guys. My guys.
They go and
Greenwood.
and
yeah.
so had 2 assists. Greenwood scored 1, and Igor scored 2. I think fantastic for Marseille. They slightly lost against Real Madrid in match day 1. Now they went to trash Ajax 4 goals to 0.
Yeah, you have to give it to the main man up front. What's his name now? Aubameyang. You also have to give
He's
it to
36 years and he's still performing.
2 assists, 1 goal, and then you also have Greenwood on the beat as well with another goal. A good game, I must say. It shows that at least they are looking like they have some impact to make in the Champions League because they got the points, they got it convincingly. It's not like we saw in the last game where they were struggling and fighting against Real Madrid and they couldn't get anything from that game in that encounter. So for this one, kudos to the team. They've gotten the job done.
Okay, back-to-back losses for Ajax. Ajax used to be a big team where we are growing up, but now, even though they are a selling club, they sell most of their stars each year in, year out, but they qualify for the Champions League, but they have lost back-to-back games, so they need to start fixing up. Okay, let's talk about today's fixture, today's game. QARABAG will play Copenhagen. In today's game, ST.GILLOISE will play Newcastle. Monaco will host Manchester City. Dortmund will play Atletico Club. Napoli will play Sporting Lisbon. Villarreal will play Juventus. Arsenal will play Olympiacos. Barcelona will host the defending champions PSG at home. And Bayer Leverkusen will play PSV. Okay, let's talk about the big one, Barcelona versus PSG. What do you expect in that game? Who can predict this game? Where do you think? Because everybody was expecting that final of last season should be Barcelona versus PSG.
I was expecting it.
It was sweet. It was be sweet final, but Inter did their magic and knocked out Barcelona. But in this game, they had the chance now to prove who is the best. What do you think will happen in this game?
I think we can expect Barcelona to show up. I think we can expect the likes of Rafinha and Co to also give us a good game. It's definitely going to be a multiple goal match because there's a lot at stake in this encounter. Let's not forget that the reason PSG stock is high right now out there is that they won the Champions League, and albeit they lost to Chelsea in the Club World Cup, Barcelona will have a point to prove because they came so close last season, but they fell almost at the final lap. So I would expect that in this encounter they should take PSG head on and be true to themselves.
That's why I like it. That's why I like this game. Nobody is defending. Everybody is going to attack in
Now midfield now. Rafinha no go there. Rafinha no go there. Still injured.
Lamar is back.
Yamal is back.
Yeah.
So it's going to be Yamal Rashford. Okay, the same Rashford. Lewandowski, Torres. I'm going to excuse the attack because if you're talking about the attack for Barcelona, I just mentioned them. Ferran Torres, Lamine Yamal, Lewandowski, Marcus Rashford. These four people are potent in front of
But
goal.
Zaba.
Hmm?
Zaba is
No.
that boy. What's one of that boys' name?
Then the other team, PSG, you have Dembele, who is still out injured. You have Kvaratskhelia, who is probably not going to make match day because of injury.
You have Bakola and Due, you know. Men
If they call people,
No, but I think the matter is going to be a midfield battle, like you just said.
It's a midfield battle.
It's a midfield battle, but I think I must still give PSG the nod ahead of Barcelona.
Because they've had a very steady midfield for a
Exactly,
very long time.
exactly. And even head to head over the years, they have been close by. Just 5 wins to Barcelona, 4 wins to PSG. So it's going to be a tight, contested game. But just that, I think in the forward, like you said, now the Dembele man is not there. Kvaratskhelia, we don't know if he's going to make it now. So there's a little, they are short in players going forward. Barcelona does not have Rafinha. But Barcelona will always have Lewandowski, Rashford, and Yamal. So the major issue is that middle. But once we still have my boys, my Portuguese, Vitinha and Conceição, Neves, and Fabian Ruiz in that midfield, it's going to be a very solid one for them because the Barcelona midfield too is still shaky. They have a young boys. So I think let's see the supposed final of last season being played today, and let's see what will happen as we go. I think Barcelona is playing at home, so it's going to be a tough one. But we cannot tell. That's why we didn't expect Osimhen to start yesterday. We don't know who's back from injury.
Even in the press conference, the manager said Osimhen might not be available.
That is it now.
It's line up come out.
When you wear a show, going to kill everybody. So everything is possible, but I don't know. We are looking at Rashford. Rashford has been reborn. I don't know whether you want to argue or not. He has been reborn. And what has happened in the past 1 month for Rashford, both in the English setup and Barcelona, has been amazing. So you are now wonder what's going on in the setup of Manchester United, where players live and they get better.
Why I like he's been the poster boy for Barcelona social media, especially when any rumor
only Rashford
if any rumor happens in England that, for example, Sports says something, Barcelona will post him as a poster boy. Anybody says something about Rashford, they will post it. He has been the poster boy for Barcelona, and Flick has already said that he is one of the players he trusts. And you could see the way he walks, the way he's getting assists, corner kicks, everything.
Rashford will say he's very lazy. He doesn't. While you are seeing Rashford running up and down, it's the coach.
Which of the coach?
All of them that have been there.
All of them.
Ole. I've been Ten Hag. I've been a Rafradnik. I've been a Mourinho.
Which Mourinho? No, Mourinho started. Rashford was not bad.
Yes.
He got worse after Mourinho left. Every time this guy now, when they were so sad.
At least he got better after Ole.
So what was
He got better during Ole.
What's the difference now? Rashford has scored 2 goals for England. He has not scored in a very long time. As he went to Barcelona, he has scored about 2 goals or 3 goals now for Barcelona with assists, and like you say, he's getting corners and running up and down everywhere. what is the difference? It's the coach.
Okay, let's see what happens with him if he's going to score against PSG. I don't know if Dembele is going to play or not, but we'll see when the lineup happens by 8 or even by 7 p.m. The lineup will be out. We'll know who is playing, who is going to feature, but it's going to be a big one. Barcelona will play PSG in today's game operation for that game. Who is going to be? Let me start with you, Bowie. What is your scoreline for today's game? Barcelona
1-1.
1-1. Okay, John.
FCB winning
FCB.
3-1.
Okay, no, so
Draw.
okay, draw. Okay, before I go to other games because Arsenal is playing, let's go to our YouTube channel. Remember, guys, we are live every day on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. And Emmanuel Okitibi is saying, Happy Independence Day, Vote Crew, Sports Crew. Thank you very much, and Athletics. Okay, Real Show is here. Real Show, welcome to the show. I think this is the first time I'm seeing your comment. Please remember to subscribe to our channel. Real Show is saying, everybody really played well against a small team. Why will Thomas Frank don't start his star players against Bodoe Glimt? Well, he probably they are thinking about the Premier League or he
I think he's
underestimated.
lucky to get that.
Yeah, he
now.
underestimated this opponent. Okay, Okoro Uche, welcome to the show. Say good morning, guys, in the studio. Okay, Jacob Bickerboy is saying good morning, guys. Happy Independence. Okay, why are you putting question mark in your independence? Happy Independence Day.
You know, sure.
Independence Day.
You know, sure for independence.
Chai, I just want to thank God that we have gotten our 3 points against Benfica, even though we didn't play well. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. See you tomorrow. You just dropped the
Don't
one.
go.
Okay, thank you, Jacob Boy. Okay, let's go move on to other games that is happening today. Arsenal will play Olympiacos today. Arsenal is obviously very strong. Arsenal have not considered more than 2 goals in the past almost going to 3 years. So considering goals more than 2 goals is almost out of the question playing Arsenal. It's whether you are going to win or get a draw. But now Arsenal is strong. They are playing at home. They are strong at home. They are playing Olympiacos. Who do you think will win today?
Arsenal should be winning. No, it shouldn't be even in the question should they win, because we said it at the start of the season. Either you get the team a Premier League trophy or a Champions League, or you lose your job.
One more show today.
Simple. So I think I would say, start as you aim to finish. That just means if you are aiming to win this trophy, don't come here and play like you just want to survive and get to the weekend like we saw Liverpool, Tottenham, and a couple of other teams do yesterday. So go out there, play a good game, win your game, and move on.
Okay, now, so what do you expect to happen in this game?
Arsenal is playing against the Giants of Greece.
Don't add giant to the name.
Against the unstoppable Kings. But again, it's going to be a tough one. And it's going to be an easy ride for Arsenal.
I don't agree.
It's going to be an
I
easy
don't
ride for
agree
Arsenal.
because if you look at back and forth, they played 12 times. Arsenal has won 6. The Bengals has won 6. And the Bengals has knocked Arsenal out of Europe twice. Twice.
You know me
They
say
played the Europa League. My problem with Arsenal is this: beautiful team, amazing, but I can't. I can't
that's
trust
why I say they are
them.
the Giant of Greece.
I can't trust them.
But again,
The game you think they will win, they will lose.
Why are
The
we
game you think they will lose, they will win. But the truth is this: I know Arsenal will qualify in the top 8 already for this tournament, so it should be an easy playing at the Emirates Stadium
Yes,
for Arsenal.
for Arsenal.
But there might be a twinkle in the side. They might bring in some of those other boys to dance and they can do all. The way that I they shine now, he will go with the team, the first 11. Everybody is coming back will play. So I would say Arsenal will win, but I'm not very confident. But I want them to
Arsenal
win.
win.
The only reason why I'm
Arsenal
confident is that I'm seeing the evolution of this squad from what it used to be, and I
Yes.
think that they are stronger. They should be better, and they should do better.
Okay, your prediction for that game.
Arsenal
Arsenal
3-0.
winning 3-0.
Arsenal 3-0.
No,
That's what
I
want
think
to-
I think I will go for a something 0 because I don't think they will score against Arsenal. They play everybody.
Okay, now let's look at this. Arsenal has not considered more than 2 goals in the past 3 years. Olympiacos do not concede without scoring.
Yes.
Okay,
So,
let's see.
But
4-1,
I will,
3-1.
Okay,
I will go for 2-0, and I want my number 9 striker to score.
Okay, let's see what happens again. Officially,
Yes, your
Saliba.
courage should be scored.
Officially, Saliba signed a new contract with Arsenal. He's going to stay in Arsenal in a long-term deal. He signed that contract yesterday, so congratulations to Arsenal and Saliba. He's going to stay. He is one of the future players of football. When you talk about defending, he is calm, he is calculative, he is everything you need as a defender, and he's still just 24 years old. So Arsenal have a superstar in the defense, just like a future Van Dijk. playing as a young age, like a young
Mhm.
Van Dijk, playing very calm and calculating. But let's see how long it will end. They know about signing contract, but let's say if you've been 200 million pounds, it's not money
It's money
plenty
now.
too. Okay, Monaco is going to be host Manchester City in France. Monaco is strong. Ansu Fati has been scoring goals since he came in the past 2 games. I think he has scored 3 goals in the past 2 games, so he's strong. I don't know if Pogba is almost fit.
It's not much fit yet.
It's not much fit, but
fit
he's
yet.
still training with Monaco. But City is strong, but City is going to play Monaco. Who do you think will win that game?
It's the biggest match, and let me not say it's the biggest match. I'll say it's the smallest stadium,
Okay.
and we are going to win with the biggest margin.
Okay. Bowie, who wins in this
It's
game?
that eye wey Bowie look you like.
You guys don't wash.
That eye now.
Now only Haaland is
For your
over.
mind.
If they say Haaland,
It's over.
If Haaland go, it's over.
No play 10.
Haaland is on lock
10
for
position.
10 years, bro.
But I think I'll give it slightly, to City, because they've met just twice in Champions League. Monaco has won the first one 3-1. Man City won the other one 5-1. So they can win each other. But I'll just give it slightly. I think I'll give it slightly, maybe 1-0 or 2-1.
Comfortable win.
It cannot be comfortable.
okay.
That
1-0. They're playing away in France.
That 1-0 say if they win that 1-0 say it's a comfortable win. It cannot be comfortable.
It's a comfortable win,
City
bro.
has
1-0.
Now before, last 2 seasons,
This is
I'll
where they
tell
are
you
making
4-0 for City.
this is where they are making to don't know where they play.
I'm telling you now.
I mean, this is where they see by the captain. 9-1 win.
Let's see. Talking about him, he was talking to the press. His contract is going to end by this
Please,
summer.
you should
So
go
I
and
don't know if
go.
they're going to give him another one.
They'll
or
give him
not.
new contract.
Okay,
Captain.
Go and
let's get
go.
your prediction for other games before we start taking phone calls. Union St.GILLOISE versus Newcastle. Who wins?
Newcastle 1-0.
Okay, no, so who wins?
I will
that
say
one?
Newcastle though, but it's going to end in a draw.
Bowie.
Draw, away.
Okay,
Good
Dortmund
to
versus
end.
Dortmund scores.
Atletico Bilbao. Who wins in that game?
Borussia. Borussia Dortmund.
If you like it.
Sergio Guras.
That guy, you know why they talk about? Because both Dortmund and Man City get link. They'll sign the striker. But the guys scoring banging goals every year.
Please, Pep, do the needful.
I think I'll give it narrowly to Dortmund.
Okay,
Dortmund, narrow win.
QARABAG versus Copenhagen. Who wins?
Copenhagen.
QARABAG, please.
Okay.
QARABAG.
Anybody will feel win that one, then sabi that one. Okay, Napoli versus Sporting Lisbon. Who wins?
It has to be Napoli, man.
But they are struggling, but I'll give them to Napoli.
They are struggling, but they have it, yes.
Okay,
Which of the Napoli is struggling?
You watch the last game?
Against Sporting.
No, you know what's the last game in Italian Serie A?
Yes,
They struggled. They wanted to kill them.
AC Milan now.
What do you mean by AC Milan?
You know who is in
brother
AC Milan?
Your
Do
boy.
you know?
McTominay.
No,
Wait, no. Wait. As they count
Anguissa.
as they count
Plus,
them.
Man U reject striker.
As they count them, make I can't tell you. One person. That midfield just corner. That midfield of 4 will just corner. Anguissa, KDB,
Billy
and
Gilmore.
Scott McTominay with Billy Gilmore. That 4 midfield. You know one person that
Who is only one?
them?
Who?
One. Luka
You see what
Modric.
this guy talk?
The man that can replace these 4 players and still come out with the end of the ball.
Okay,
I'm shocking you. Modric playing 90-something minutes. That boy don't
And-
get old.
And you are comparing with.
They might win, but to be narrow for
Let's see.
Napoli.
So
that game.
I can
Okay.
forgive the weekend performance, but again, Sporting is struggling, Napoli is struggling.
So
So I'll give it to Napoli.
So
But
I
let's
said
not use their
narrow.
last weekend performance as they were playing against a better AC Milan.
Okay,
A very improved AC
Villarreal
Milan.
versus Juventus. Who wins in that
Juventus
game?
go fire. The Villarreal they play rubbish.
Villarreal, they are third on the.
They are not playing. They are just like Real Madrid that played 4 games and were winning. They jam and then they one die. But Juventus have been coming up already. So it's going to be strong. But I think I'll still give Juventus the win because of experience in Champions League.
Okay, who wins that game?
Juventus.
Okay, no.
It's Juventus.
Okay,
It's Syria all the way.
finally, Bayern Leverkusen versus PSV. Who wins in that game?
I've seen
They're not
Hoyman.
recovered.
Draw.
No.
They're
Not
not
recovered. Not
Just
recovery.
who wins in that game?
Hoyman has come in to do a good job. I'm going to Leverkusen.
Draw.
Okay, let's
Okay,
take
Leverkusen.
okay,
Win, man.
let's take phone calls and
Win,
get
man.
your
Yes,
contribution
win.
about yesterday's
Good.
game, especially
for Bundesliga.
especially that Chelsea game, Chelsea versus Benfica. Jose Mourinho went back to Stamford Bridge. Tell us your own contribution or what you thought about yesterday's game and probably your prediction for today's game. Okay, let's take the first phone call. The number to call is 0706 048 5853. Yeah, good morning. Good morning. Okay, what is your prediction for today's game?
Yeah, before I go and proceed, I want to ask a question. I want to know whether to make a caller. Am I the first time caller?
No, you are not the first time. Why?
You are the first caller. You are the first caller, but you are not a first time caller.
today I'm in this section now.
Okay,
Yes,
yes,
you're the
yes.
first caller
Yes,
today.
yes,
Yes.
Don't
yes.
break record now. I think I'm a
Okay.
As for those people where they remember this place very well and this and that, they very well now. They're against correct people now. People where they fight correct now.
Mm-hmm.
When
Mhm.
they plan now, the day they go pick plan now, but 1 year with the people go talk now. Whether they go pick them very well. So Arsenal, as my dear Arsenal, I understand.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why that guy in the studio is always not. That guy, you have to believe in Arsenal now. We don't change, we don't upgrade now. Now they're pumping. Anybody where we own are pumping out somewhere.
Opium.
Okay.
So Olympiacos, Arsenal does not need to go and pay a top price in. They know they buy paper for market when they go top price on how it will be them, how it not me. Blow them like 5-0, make them know how far now.
Okay, now take it. All right.
Then I think Man City will win their game, but it will be a PG game. Let's say 2-1. But Man City always find a way to concede. That's their own problem.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay.
They find a way to concede.
Okay. Thank you for that. Okay. He said that he wants to be the first caller. He is the first caller today. Okay. 0706-048-5853. Yeah. Hello. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you. Name and location, please.
Yeah, this is Emily
Ooh.
from Independent Layout.
Okay. What is your contribution?
Yeah, I was very happy for my team, Real Madrid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did well, and also Chelsea. Chelsea people they call themselves they are world champion. World champion new edition. They are not record in new edition. Because every match record. They are champion in record in new edition right now. And you see Chelsea, Benfica.
Yeah.
Benfica did well, but it's just that a little,
Mistake.
can I say, God of soccer was on the side of Chelsea. Because I see some chance. The only thing is that Jose Mourinho need to work on the striker. Benfica, they didn't know how to score goals because they had so many chances. So, but they couldn't make use of those chances.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay. Yeah. Benfica actually played well in that game, but Chelsea were lucky to get that own goal. Even I think balance of play, one point would have been better for both teams, but Chelsea got 3 points. Name and location, please. Okay. Good morning to you.
Yeah, happy Independence Day.
Happy Independence to you.
Pedro from Vodafone.
Okay, Pedro, shoot.
Yeah, I know it's evident that but really the moon and the sleep on the
Simple.
Now wait till I go use cover on ourselves now.
Yes.
The crowd will come for weekend, see the imagination will
You're ready to lose against Liverpool.
Okay.
Wait, you don't have confidence to win it to beat Liverpool.
And for Arsenal, even if Arsenal like what I will tell them today, they know the series.
Guy!
Hey.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. All right. Thank you very much. Okay. Let's see. He's confident that Arsenal will win, but Arsenal will not win any trophy. I like that. Okay. Let's see if Ateta we can change that. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. Name and location, please.
This is Bishop. Good morning.
Morning.
Welcome to you.
I'm happy you are here.
Yeah.
But I want to remind you what I said this year.
Mm.
You don't see Arsenal struggles with playing as number 9.
Really?
Yeah.
You are watching Arsenal now.
Yeah.
And you are seeing the difference now. Because I think one of us, and I'm one of that have been saying that this physical number 9 that Arsenal won, I don't know how it's going to be in a while. In fact, I clearly say that they don't even need physical number 9. They scored goals. They have good record of scoring goals. That's number 9. That their problem is not goal scoring. That is not why they have not won the league. They are not marking goals. That is the point I made. Yes, I think for now they are because number 9, but they may improve. I think I have to work on that. Even sometimes when you see the true pass to your quality is only from a penalty.
Yes, it's true.
You go number 9.
Yes.
I think it's true. If you see those passes, the goal is called this thing. They are playing that it was a true pass from him. So that playing with the number 9, giving him the ball, when to pass the ball, when he makes a move and all that. In fact, that was the last time. And it was not even a better team.
Yeah.
Young is a team of this year on Emery.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Not
Yes,
Naima.
they are struggling. But I think they can do better. If Arteta should work on them, really improve. Look at him. What is his movement? Do you get? What is his movement when he moves? How you want to shoot and all that? When to pass in the ball. I think that's what they are struggling to learn now.
Yeah.
But maybe when they learn it, it will be better.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, that's nice for analysis. But let's see.
Just food for thought, Godwin. Do you think this is the same challenge that Matisse is having at Manchester United?
Not Matisse.
I said Sesko. You talk about Sesko.
No,
talk
I'm
about
talking
Sesko.
because we had a conversation over the weekend that Matisse wasn't supplying pass to Sesko.
Who is Matisse?
Matheus Cunha.
Cunha.
9 be 10. What if Fernandez they do for the man?
No, 9 be 10. And they play.
9 be 10 now, and then they
Matisse-
play your boy
Matisse-
assist. Can you imagine?
See,
Let's
let's be
Crazy
honest.
stuff, man.
Matisse, Mbeumo behind Sesko, and Matisse will get the pass. 3 players running in front of him, and he will not
We are not
supply.
talking about Manchester United.
No, no, I'm just trying
No,
to
that's
make
what I'm
this
saying.
Champions League, they leave them
He's not
alone.
supplying
You can't
because
play Yimba.
when he was playing at his former club, he was the point man.
There was
Okay.
this
Alama,
striker.
you
he was
pay
playing.
Yimba, leave Man U.
Well, let's see what happens in
Nigeria
today's Champions League game. It's going to be a fantastic game. Arsenal is playing the big game. PSG and Barcelona will play today. But let's see what happens in today's game. Back to our YouTube channel. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FN Sports. And Agara is here. Say good morning, everybody. I'm happy for Chelsea FC. Arsenal will lose to them. Okay. Agara will see if that will work. Okay, Benedict. Okay, Benedict is here. Benedict Okonkwo is here. If Vest was a Manchester United player bought for 120 million pounds,
By now, if
the
we're on the
media-
front page now.
Yes.
media
Media-
won't let us
If we're on the
hear
front page
end
by
of it.
now.
Liverpool ordered Isak, but you guys gave them Isakaba. Okay, Ngozi, welcome to the show.
Hey.
Ngozi, this first time I see your comment, remember to subscribe to our channel. He said if it was Manchester United that signed for Invest, we no go hear word. Okay, that is true. Okay, but
If we're on the front page.
I don't know about that one, but
No, you don't need to know. It's
They'll be
true.
fabricating
It's
memes
true.
of
It will happen.
Florian
Ah.
Wirtz.
okay, about for Invest
By
and
now.
scored an assist. I think he's now 0-0-7. So, but let's see if he's when he's going to score his first goal or at least get his first assist for Liverpool. He played in 90 minutes in yesterday's game, but he couldn't do anything in that game. But let's see today's Champions League, PSG versus Barcelona. That's what I'm going to focus in on to see this game, because two attacking teams, two teams that play good football is going to be playing today. So we'll see who wins today. Okay, tomorrow we are back on this show by 8 a.m. sharp. We are back. So happy Independence to you all, to all our listeners, to all Nigerians. Hopefully Nigeria will get better. We love this country and we love sports, we love football. When it gets better, football will get better. Everything, no, part of the corruption we are talking about is still corruption in the NFF. It's
Yes.
still the same corruption we are trying to fight is everywhere in football. So if we don't fix this country, somehow our football will keep suffering. But you could see if we get it right, we will get it right with football. Thank you for joining us on today's show. Thank you for joining us on our YouTube channel. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FN Sports. My name is Godwin, and have a wonderful day.
Hello, Enugu, and welcome to Vote 104.3
Same list
FM.
of players in the channel.
Come on.
And the one carry play.